There's an old saying that goes like this: if you're lucky enough to be Irish, well, you're lucky enough.
Himself and my dad, they're third cousins. And I get the sense from him every time I talk to him about how strong that connection is with him since he was a small kid. He talks about how much his mother brought him and his brothers and his sister up with such strong Irish values.
The Irish poet Seamus Heaney once wrote, "History says, don't hope on this side of the grave."
He quotes Heaney quite a lot. He talks about Joyce, and he's a friend of George Mitchell, so he'd be very in touch with what was happening with the Troubles and Brexit and the Good Friday Agreement and all of that. It's something that he's very in tune with, so his fingers on the pulse in that regard on that. So he'll be protective of Ireland with whatever happens with himself and Boris Johnson if he is to become the next president.
My mother's name was Blewett, and my mother's father's name was Finnegan. One was from County Mayo in Ireland, and the other was from the Cooley Peninsula, County Louth on the Irish Sea. And during the terrible potato famine, when the British were doing very bad things to the Irish at the time, not a joke, my great-great-great-grandfather got on a ship in 1842 and headed with several of his family members, I believe illegally, to Louisiana and New Orleans, and made his way north. Loretta, where are you sitting? Are you out there somewhere? There's Loretta. And by the way,
I was with him in February on the campaign trail. I was in Nevada, about 10 days on the trip. It was lovely. But the last thing he said to me before I left was, "Look, Loretta, I'm really keen to get over there as soon as I can. I'd love to be coming over as the next president." So he is keen to get back and see that as well.
Loretta heads up Hospice Ireland, and they just dedicated a almost $4 million facility to my deceased son, Bo, who died of cancer. And so this is, thank you for being here, Loretta.